Nah, I got a fucking sweater all over this ground and shit. You know what time it is, chat? It's time to break down this matrix. Tap in with the kid, man. In this war for souls. What's good? What's good? What's up, chat? What's up? What's up? What's up? Reporting in, reporting in for duty in this spiritual war, in this fight for soul consciousness. We tapped in, reporting in live. Shout out to everybody that's joining in, man. You already know what time it is. It's J Originator. It's the Master Key program. And what's up, man? I see a lot of y'all soldiers pulling up for duty in this spiritual warfare, putting on that armor, right? We got to make sure we put that armor on, man. These these enemies, man, these attackers, man. If you ain't aware, they'll try to get in. They'll try to use your lover against you. They'll try to use your kids against you. They'll try to use your parents, the ones close to you, man. You gotta understand. Every awareness is a shield. Awareness is a portal. Awareness is the key. The more you and everyone around you is aware of what's going on, the less the enemy can use people and you, right? You gotta understand, you're not a human being. Your enemies are not humans. Your enemies are the entities that have controlled this reality, the archons. And that's what we're going to tap in with this morning. Um, we're going to go over that type of stuff. And we're going to also talk about how to navigate through this reality as consciousness, something that we need to know how to do. Chosen one, I need you to understand, man, life ain't what it used to be. There was once a time where souls entered this reality with free will, freedom. We knew what we were here to do. We knew that we were souls and we knew that we had entered the matrix to learn, to experience a physical life. But something happened, man. Something crazy happened. And now the world is in the state that it is in. You already know what time it is, man. Spiritual warfare. All my star seeds that's online, my sleeping giants that are woke. What's happening? All the reminders in the building. Yo, yo, yo. It's crazy, man. It's crazy because when you're on this side of the fence, right? When you've come to your spiritual awakening and you're seeing life in the way that we see it now, you realize, man, this life can be what you make it. Some people are experiencing heaven, others are experiencing hell. And it's just crazy how the consciousness operates. It's crazy how you can access different levels of consciousness in this reality. Man, you should feel blessed. You should feel gratitude that you are one of the ones who can actually see this thing. Shout out to everybody in here. Man, yo, we got 800 heart me's, bro. Shout out to everybody that come in and drop that heart me on a daily basis, bro. We going up, man. I just realized that. I didn't even know we had that many heart me's in here. Shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all. So you wake up one day, chosen one, and you got to figure out this life shit, right? We woke up one day and we were adults and life was hitting. I need you to see everything wants to distract you, right? Why do you think they have and we're gonna talk about this and because awareness in this life, awareness is everything. The more aware you are, the more that you can see it, the more that you can control it, the more that you can beat it, man. Shout out to you. What's good, Facebook, uh, YouTube, TikTok. Welcome in, man. Shout out to all my subs, my followers, my Facebook people, man. I love y'all, man. Thank you for showing up to do your part in this spiritual warfare. Cause see, when we meet up here, we are combating. We are weakening the attacks of these spiritual enemies, man. Thank you so much for the gifts, chat. I appreciate you guys. But that's what we're doing when you show up here, chat. You gotta understand, you are a soldier in the army of source. You are a soldier in the Galactic Federation. You're part of all of that. You did not incarnate in this reality just to be here. Most of you came here with a mission. This is why every day you clock into that 9 to 5, it bothers you because you got purpose. And you know you ain't supposed to be spending all your goddamn time in no damn job. You're starting to walk into your purpose and you're starting to find it, chosen one. Somebody said, I signed a contract. Facts. All of you are here under contract. All of you are here because you said you was going in there. You had something. Not all of y'all. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that, man, here in a second, man. Shout out to everybody that's joining in. My name is Jay Originator. If you don't know me, if you're new, write new in the chat. Right? If you're new, write new in the chat. Somebody said I volunteered. That's that energy right there. Right? Um, you did not find this live by chance, guys. If you're just now tapping in, I need you to understand there ain't no coincidence in this live. There ain't no coincidence in this life. And you literally popped in because you're tapped in. You're a part of us. You're a part of the collective of souls that is now awakening. You've already been questioning this reality. You've already started to understand that this reality is a simulation. And let's talk about that into details. Before we dive all the way in, I just got to say a couple things. Guys, all my new people, listen. They want to distract you. Do not allow the comments to distract you, all right? There are going to be people in here trying to distract, destroy, whatever, whatever. That's what they do. Who cares, right? Let them do it. Don't fall into arguing with a bot in the chat. That's what they want. They want your energy. You gotta understand, they're trying to energy harvest, all right? When you don't react to them, you siphon them. Also, this is spiritual warfare. You must understand, we up here having these discussions. The enemy is in here. The enemy is watching. Be careful of the things that you speak in my chat. Keep your personal business to yourself. And let's expose this matrix. Chat, we are in the middle of a fight for souls. That is what's happening. I know y'all remember a couple years back what Joe Biden would say. We're in a fight for the soul of the nation. Facts. That's one thing that he did not lie about. We are in a fight for souls. This is a spiritual war that we're in, and I need you to understand your position in that spiritual war. How many of you have been feeling like in life, right? How many of you have ever gotten to that point where you felt like something was combating you, where you felt like there were forces in your life manipulating shit? How many of you have ever felt like that? When life got so crazy, well, you just felt like, man, this can't be random. This is some strings being pulled in the background or some shit, right? I've been in situations, man, where every time I thought that my life had turned around, here comes some bullshit. Every time. It's not like that no more, but that's how it was for me until I realized, yo, I'm in fucking spiritual warfare right now. This is what that is. And let's talk about this. This reality that we live in is a matrix, right? It's a simulation. And the second half of our life, after we break down this spiritual war, and so you can see your duty, your part in this whole thing, we're gonna get into navigating and controlling this simulation, right? 111's in the chat if you understand you're in the matrix right now. If you understand you're in a whole fucking video game and you're the main character and your choices are literally dictating this game, 111's in the chat if you come to that realization. Yes, you are logged in to the game of life, a game of choice, right? And if you haven't understood yet, i- if you don't realize that you're playing the game of life right now, you're tweaking, right? So you've been clocked in, right? You clocked in, you logged into the game of life, and you're seeing it for what it is. This game is different than what it used to be. This game is not the same. In fact, it's not even a game no more. This is a place of battle. This is where the battle has started to take place. See, there's three levels in this spiritual war, chosen one. Three levels. And you are fighting on all three levels. And you got to understand that as a human being, you're fighting in the physical, you're fighting in the conscious realm, and you're fighting in the spirit, right? You're not only you're fighting in the physical, you're fighting in the conscious and the spirit. Your thoughts is a battlefield, the spiritual realm, and then you got physical. Everything that manifests in spirit, you see it in physical. And you got to understand that about this life. You got to understand how to protect yourself from these entities. Now, let's talk about this, right? This matrix was created for soul consciousness originally. Originally, the Lyrans created Earth as a simulation for soul consciousness to come and experience a physical reality where they could expand. Your natural form, you are a light being, right? You don't have a physical form. You are not a physical being. You are a spiritual being first. This is why being a human being is not easy because you are a spiritual entity trying to master the physical life. All right. If you don't know what the Lyrans are lion people. This is why you see Sphinx all over different planets. Here, Mars, because the Lyrans were the first ones to start building these simulations. All right, Lyra was destroyed behind it. Now, this is a major, major, major battle that we in right now. All right. And I need you to understand no matter what type of star seed you are, no matter what density you're from, no matter what star system you're from, right? You got to understand, bro, we're all in this together. So let's tap in with this, right? Thank you for the gifts, chat. This reality was created for souls. Because at the end of the day, whether you're Lyran, whether you're reptilian, whether you're Octurian, whether you're Pleiadian, Anunnaki, whatever star seed that you're tapped in with, whatever you are, right? Whatever a soul type you are, we all come from the same source. No matter if you're of the darkness, of the light, it doesn't matter. We all come from the same source. So you got to understand, chosen one, that ascension is not a one man thing. This is a collective effort. In order for us to ascend, we have to understand that we are one. No matter if you're white, black, Asian, whatever, Mexican, you got to understand, you got to look at me and see yourself. Because at the end of the day, we are all coming from the same exact source. We are all different variations of the same entity that has been split apart. And we have to remember that and come back together in order to ascend. And this is why it's been so hard, because entities, powers that be that don't want us to do that, have been trying to keep you asleep. There was once a time when we came into this reality and it was like paradise. You ever heard of the Garden of Eden? You ever heard of that? Right? When we used to come into this reality, it was full, it was just full free reign. We could do whatever we wanted to do. We knew we were souls. We knew this was the matrix. We knew we weren't humans. We just had human bodies and shit was different. It was like a video game. But see, now this shit's still like a video game. It's just been diluted and they're trying to make you not see it with all these distractions. You at the job, the relationships, and all the bullshit that we go through on a daily basis. Right? Let's talk about this. You are not the human body. You are not the avatar. The avatar is your ticket in to the 3D. In order for you to be in 3D life, in order for you to be in the matrix, you have to manifest in a human avatar. This is how it works. Right? So, how many of y'all in here have heard of Adam and Eve? How many of y'all in here have heard of Adam and Eve? What is so significant about Adam and Eve? What is so significant about Adam and Eve? They didn't have to be babies. Adam and Eve came straight into this reality as full grown adults. They ain't had no parents. They popped straight in. Chosen one, back in those times, souls did not have to be born. We came through portals as full grown adults. There were no need to be a baby. This baby shit, this being born into the matrix shit, this just started happening after the archons took over reality and created the reincarnation loop. You got to understand, when you come in as a baby, it's because your consciousness has been wiped. So let's talk about this. Who are the archons, man? The archons, they are low vibrational entities who feed on low vibrational energy. They need the world in a state of low vibration. Because if the world is in a state of low vibration, they can feed on you. And that's what they do, man. They feed, right? They feed on your low vibrational energy. But the thing about these archons is they can only do what we allow them to do. We got to give them permission to do everything. And you have to understand, the whole time we've been giving their ass permission, right? How do we give archons permission to do whatever? When we watch these shows and these movies and they tell us that the world is violent, they tell us that all of these things, yes, archons are like parasites. And they tell us the world is this, the world is that, and we believe it, it becomes reality. So they put their narrative in front of us, and we, up until recent years, us as a collective, we've been believing everything we seen in the media. Everything the news said, we believed it all. Now we're getting a little wiser. We're starting to understand that this shit is literally a narrative, right? It's all staged. But so the archons, these are low vibrational entities and they dwell in the conscious field. All right, what is the conscious field? This is where your thoughts exist and originate. All right. How did the archons attack you? They attack you through intrusive thoughts. Your intrusive thoughts are not you. I promise you, it's archon. It's not you. That's why intrusive thoughts come in times when you're about to do something to better yourself or something. They attack you through intrusive thoughts. They also attack you by controlling humans. People who are unaware, people who are not spiritually awakened, people who have not activated their third eye can be used as hosts by these archons. And they like to use and possess the people closest to you. They also attack you by creating low frequency loops in your life for you to fall into. They send low vibrational influences into your life. You know what's crazy, chat? I've been battling this internet shit for like 3 years, man. If y'all don't know me, if your first time seeing me, I done been banned on TikTok like 10 times, right? We got banned on TikTok one month, 5 times in 1 month. They wasn't even doing community guideline shit. They just was banning any page that I made, right? It's my second YouTube. It's like my third Facebook. We've been battling this internet shit for a while, man. And the crazy thing about it is the more they try to suppress this, the deeper we get, the more you guys bring me back. So shout out to everybody that stay locked in with me, man. Right? Shout out to everybody. Um, honestly, I don't give a fuck. I honestly don't even give a fuck about this internet shit. I'll tell you, I'm so deep in spiritual warfare. It's the only reason I show up here. I ain't showing up here for clout. I ain't showing up here to be famous. This is spiritual warfare, bro. And this is how I combat. I was sent here as a soldier to do what the fuck I'm doing. And that's what I do. I just get rewarded for sticking up to my the purpose of why I came here. That's why my life is good. That's why I got money. That's why I'm taken care of because I'm just living in my purpose, bro. And once you start to live in that purpose of fighting in this warfare, I promise you, you're gonna be taken care of. I promise you. Let's talk about this. Archons. These are low vibrational entities that want to feed on your energy. You are not a human being, right? You are not a human being. Your enemies are not human beings. You are not a human being. Your enemies are not humans. You got to understand that. Just because you have this human avatar doesn't mean you're a human. Just because you see another human doesn't mean you're dealing with a human. You got to be able to see what's inside. You got to be able to see the eyes. You got to look in the eyes and you can see it. You can tell when you're looking in the eyes of a conscious being versus a regular human being. There's just a twinkle in the eyes of somebody when there's something behind the eyes, right? The archons want you sleep, man, so they can drain you. They don't want you aware. Once you become aware, you can't lose. Now, I need you to understand these entities, they're weak as fuck. They're not even built like that. Like I said, they need you in a low vibration just to get you. They need you distracted just to get you. They basically get your permission to get you. And once you start understanding that archons are really your little fucking pet, they're really just little slimy motherfucking entities who have been tricking you and deceiving you and feeding on you When you realize that, you stop being scared of them, right? You stop being scared. You stop being scared of these little motherfuckers. They just want to eat you, right? They just want to eat your energy. Now, if you look at the state of the world, how do you know this to be true? Right? Look at the state of the world. Everything's pushing negativity. The people who promote these weird agendas get paid the most money. Nigga up on stage wearing a fucking thong, married to a billionaire. Weird as fuck. Even if you want to wear a thong, why show that? Because it's an agenda, right? You trying to make niggas gay. Weird shit. But there's all these weird negative agendas being pushed, and I need you to understand why. Because it's an energy thing. If the world is in a state of low vibration, the archons can feed. But now, right? Now, chosen one, the archons can't feed like that because we're woke. We're not paying attention to the celebrity bullshit. We're not paying attention to all the goofy shit. We're locked in on our own shit. And now they can't even feed on you like that. That's why the world in a state of chaos. The world is literally trying to do anything to feed on your energy, right? The world trying to tell you a couple years ago they was preparing us to get hit with a fucking nuke. It's desperate as shit. They want to do anything to get because we are just not scared anymore, chosen one. You want to know why they constantly keep us in war? The wars ain't real. These wars are being these wars are it, it's staged. They're doing shit. You want to know why they constantly keep you in war? Because they want to keep you feared. They know if there's some conflict going on in the world that could possibly lead to all these other countries. Man, these bitch ass niggas ain't gonna never blow no shit up for real, man. They don't want to die. Don't none of these motherfuckers, Russia, China, none of these bitches, Kim Jong-un, these bitches don't want to die. Real shit. Stop watching that bullshit. These bitches is scared to die. They don't want to go to fucking hell. They thinking they gonna go to hell. They don't want to fucking die. All that fake ass shit they got going on. And we've been believing in that shit. But see, now they've done it too much. They've done that shit too much, chosen. Because this generation of beings, all of us in here, we've been living with that shit since we were born. Since I came into this reality, right? It's been a fucking war going on in the Middle East. Since I can remember. Since I was a child, the Middle East has been constantly in fucking conflict. Right? The Middle East has been constantly in motherfucking conflict. I don't even give a fuck about that shit no more. Bitch, that's normal. That shit, that shit doesn't bother me. Because y'all motherfuckers been doing this shit for so long, who gives a fuck? Oh, the fuck well, goddamn. That's they keep doing shit because when you start to see the pattern, you start to understand these motherfuckers is pulling strings. Not saying that the people that's going through that over there, not saying that we don't give a fuck about those people. Because unfortunately, they're in a spot where people feel like they can just do whatever, blow shit up and do whatever, and nobody cares about that land over there. See, they're really tricking you. That's not the Holy Land. All that shit that they blowing up and shit, that ain't the Holy Land. Because if it was the Holy Land, they wouldn't be able to blow the shit up. What they, so to speak. That's not the real Holy Land. Understand, everything is in reverse. They can just, that shit really like wastelands over there. That's why they blowing that shit and doing all that shit, right? You gotta understand. You want to know why it ain't never been no shit dropped in America? Because this is the real land that they speak on. This is the real holy land over here. But I need you to see that all of this shit that they're doing is just a narrative that they're pushing because they want you in fear. They want you in fear, chat. Right? They want you in fear, man. Honestly, ain't none of us never been nowhere over there. We don't know if that shit even really going on. We don't know if that shit really going on. I don't know a nigga from over there. I ain't talking to nobody over there. I don't know. You know? So you in this life, you only can believe the shit that you see. That's what I'm telling you. Don't believe what you hear. Don't believe what they put in TV. Believe what you physically see when you walk outside. When you walk outside your door, believe what you physically want to see. I promise you. Because these entities, they need you in a low vibration so they can harness and drain your energy, bro. Sis, they need you in a low vibration so they can harness and drain your energy. This is if you look at the state of the world, how they're promoting violence, promoting homosexuality, promoting whoredom in women, promoting black against white. They want us in low vibration bad because ascension is a collective effort. And if we are all divided in low vibration, we can't win in this war. Now, let's really tap in on this, right? It's control, exactly. Let's really tap in on this. Guys, the archons. All right. What happened? So souls used to come into this reality as full-grown adults. Adam and Eve were the last ones to do that. After Adam and Eve, there was some type of catastrophic event where the archons hijacked this reality and souls started to reincarnate. All right. Being a baby was not the natural way of the matrix. Being a baby is representation of consciousness being wiped. That's why when kids come into this reality, they don't know shit. They gotta relearn everything. They fucking little babies and shit, right? This shit looks crazy. Cause you can look at yourself as an adult and then look at your baby pictures and you still look exactly the fucking same. You're just big now, right? And with as you can, how you can tell, the bigger you get, the more experience that you get. All right. So let's talk about this. We are in a spiritual war because this world is ours. As souls, I need you to understand. They always talk about this invasion. Our world has been already invaded. This world is ours. This started outside of this world. All right. This is where the battle is happening now. But there have been many of battles, right? Outside of this world. One of the biggest planets that ever existed, Lyra, was destroyed. And it's all about this battle. All right. Now there was mad different types of beings who existed in Lyra, right? The Lyrians, Pleiadians, Octurnians, all of these beings existed together in this big ass place that was destroyed. And then it led to here, right? A lot of you have incarnated consciousness from higher dimensions. This is why you can see the code. This is why you can tell when people is bullshit. This is why you can see all the things you can see. The reason why we are in a spiritual war is because we need the matrix back. We can't let them have the matrix. They took it. They've been harnessing energy. They've been reincarnating souls. But we need our construct because this is how we ascend as souls. So if we don't get the matrix back as in our final form, we'll basically never be able to keep going and leveling up, right? So it's a battle, man. The archons need this because they need to drain your energy to survive. This is a parasitic entity. It's a fucking parasites, man. It's infested with parasites. That's all. Spiritual parasites. You know what I'm saying? There's three types of souls in this reality, right? You got the sleeping giant, the star seed, and the reminders. Let's talk about this. Who are you? What is a sleeping giant? The sleeping giant is a soul who has been trapped in the matrix. You've been trapped in the matrix for a very, very long fucking time. You're very powerful, but you were one of the beings who were here in the old times before we had to be babies, and then these motherfuckers hijacked it, and when you tried to leave, you reincarnated, and you've been trapped here. How do you know if you're a sleeping giant? For one, you resonate with the feeling of life being a prison. Something in your mind tells you this shit is prison. Something in the back of your mind just tells you, yo, something ain't right. I've been locked up here. I'm locked up. And this is literally because you have been. Why does it tell you in your mind that you're here, that you've been trapped here? Because every time you come into this reality, right? Every time you come into this reality, chosen one, your consciousness is wiped. But they cannot wipe your subconscious. Your subconscious mind has held on to all of these past lifetime memories. This is why you have dreams of living in cities that you haven't lived in this lifetime. This is why you have deja vu. This is why nothing excites you. You probably went to New York, LA, any of these major cities for the first time, and it wasn't exciting. It was just like, okay, what the fuck? It's because you've seen this shit a million and one times. Somebody said I went to Toronto and felt nothing. You've seen this shit. You've done this shit. How else do you know if you're a sleeping giant? Right? Another way to know is that you've been distracted your whole life. You've been distracted your whole life. Meaning, as a kid, you probably had obligations. You probably had a job since you was like 15, 16. Or you might have been watching your little brothers and sisters. You know, you probably got married at an early age, right? I appreciate that, Timothy. Right? You probably, you know, you just been distracted your whole fucking life. You ain't never really had time to really you ain't never really had time to really lock into yourself, man. You always been your focus has always been on things outside of you. And this is done purposely. You put in these positions purposely because this reality doesn't want you to wake up. You know, what you need to understand about the matrix is this reality, the entities that have controlled this reality, they don't fight for things that are not important. Sleeping giant, your awakening is very important because if you awaken, you shift reality. Reality is shifted. And this is what we're seeing now. Oh, shout out to the collective though, right? The recent conscious awareness of the collective has caused a major shift, guys. I need y'all to understand that CERN turning off that LHC is a major win in the spiritual. That is a major win for us. Major win for us, guys. And this recent conscious awareness that we've been plugging into this matrix, we've shifted. I know a lot of y'all probably woke up in the last couple of days and how to know if you shifted, look at your relationship. You probably was rocky with your partner, and in the last couple of days, your partner been on that wave with you. You know? Look at the money coming in, right? Look at how things are easily aligning for you. You're gonna see it moving down the line, but we have shifted into a major timeline. We have shifted into a major timeline. A beautiful one. Now, the sleeping giant, right? How else do you know you're a sleeping giant? Your spiritual awakening, it costs you a lot. You coming to your spiritual awakening almost cost you your fucking life if you're a sleeping giant. You lost something. It cost you something. You might have lost your job. You might have lost uh uh your husband, your wife, your family. Your spiritual awakening as a sleeping giant, it cost you. It wasn't, it was real. This is because, chosen one, once you awakened, you can't live in an illusion anymore. You don't want to hear this, but if you lost your family, it's because your family was just an illusion, holding you into the matrix. It was something that was given to you by the matrix to keep you anchored. If you lost a husband, if you lost a wife, it was just holding you to anchor you into this reality. Whatever you lost, you got to understand it was an illusion. And I know y'all don't want to hear that. And I know nobody wants to hear that. But I'm telling you real shit. Guys, you're in the matrix. You're in the matrix. This reality will give you shit just to keep you in the matrix. This reality will give you people just to keep you locked into the matrix. This reality will give you the son that you always wanted just to keep you locked into the matrix. It'll give you the dad that you've been looking for just to keep you in the matrix. The friend group, the job, the career, just to keep you in the fucking matrix. But once your eyes become awake to what is happening, you can't unsee it. And you can't live in the illusion anymore. So, chosen one, I promise you, anything that you have lost in your spiritual awakening, you will receive it tenfold back and much more on your own accord. But the illusion had to be broken. The illusion had to be broken. Chosen one, you are not the only one. My awakening cost me everything that I ever cared about. But in these times, everything that I have lost, I'm getting back and so much more. Chosen one, your awakening, it cost you. But that's because it was all a lie. Shout out to the Sleeping Giants, man. You're up and online. Sleeping Giant, I need you to understand this. You've been asleep. The archons have been feeding on your energy for eons. You probably feel tired. Your soul probably feels tired. You probably just feel naturally exhausted because you've been doing this shit back to back to back to back to back. But chosen one, you don't have to do it anymore because you've awakened and you've remembered who you are. You're free now. How many of you that resonate with the sleeping giant, how many of you have been feeling the freedom? Something just feels like I'm free. You can feel it. You can feel it. Somebody say, I'm not gonna lie, I have. Like a reset. Yeah, it just happened. You're free. You ain't gotta do this shit no more. You ain't gonna you ain't coming back to earth no more. You've been free. If you want to come back, you can. Because souls, we do like coming to earth. This is our shit. Guys, life is really fun. It's just been fucked up for us because we've been asleep. But this really our shit. Like, you really know, you really like this shit, right? We really come into this physical because we love this shit. I'm just being real with you. Like, this is the real shit. But let's talk about the next group of badasses. Cause these next motherfuckers, you motherfuckers is some bad motherfuckers, man. The star seeds, bad motherfuckers. Shout out to the star seeds, because if the star seeds, if they don't choose to come, sleeping giants don't awaken. So shout out to the star seeds. Let's talk about the star seeds. Cause these some real bad motherfuckers, man. Star seed, where the soldiers at? These are the soldiers who are here on active duty. Starseed, I need you to understand. You know why you've been attacked your whole life? Because you incarnated for war. This is why you've been under attack your whole fucking life, Starseed. You probably had a stepdaddy, stepmama who was attacking you, some type of person attacking you as a kid, your aunts, your uncles was mean to you. Yeah, you've been in warfare, but you built like that. Let's talk about it. Who are the Starseeds? These are high vibrational entities who chose to incarnate in the matrix in this specific time on a mission. You didn't come here for play. You came here for a mission, and this is why your life has been fucking real. That's why, as a star seed, your shit has been real. You done been through some shit. You done been through some shit as a star seed. You've been tested. Near-death experience, all types of shit. You done been through it. And let's talk about it. The Star Seed is a member of the Galactic Federation. All right. You are on the you are a member of the Galactic Federation, right? And you were chosen to be here. You chose to be here. You knew it was gonna be hard. You knew you was gonna have a dysfunctional family. You knew you was gonna be tracked, targeted by your enemy, the Archon. You knew all of that shit. But you still came in. You still chose to come. Your mission was to be born because your birth lifted the frequency of the planet. Like I told you, you're not a human being. You are a high vibrational entity from a high vibrational density, meaning a high dimension. Some of y'all from the 12th dimension, right? Now, somebody said we're all star seeds. Technically, yes. The only difference between star seeds and sleeping giants is the circumstance in which you are here. Technically, everybody is a star seed. You are correct. But sleeping giants have been trapped here. And the reason why the star seeds have come back, have come here, is to help free them. All right. So that's the only difference between sleeping giants and star seeds, the circumstance in which you are here. All powerful entities. Now, star seed, you remember, I need you to remember something real quick. And I want you to close your eyes and hear my voice. Because we talked about this already before we was even here. We talked about this. All right. We all knew we was what we was incarnating here to do. And we talked about this shit, right? So I need you to understand, if you finding this live for the first time, it ain't by chance. We was bound to connect again anyway. Um, I need you to remember, Starseed, that you chose to come in here. I need you to understand that you knew all this shit was gonna happen in your life. You knew you didn't know exactly what it was gonna be, but you knew, oh, this shit wasn't gonna be easy. It was gonna be filled with trauma. It was gonna be filled with shit. Right? There's nothing random at all. So let's tap in. How do you know if you're a star seed? Well, the first thing, you've seen the star pyramid. You've seen the star pyramid in the sky. You see it at night, pyramid, star up the top, two at the bottom. It's always up in the sky. And this star pyramid literally shows itself because you are a part of that. You are a part. Your body's probably up there. Your real your real form, right? It's probably how you're logging in and tapping in. But somebody said I have it tattooed on me. Wow. Right? So you see the star pyramid all the time in the sky. It shows itself to you because you are a part of the Galactic Federation. Now, how do you know if you a star seed? For one, right? You're a popular loner. All right, you are a popular loner, meaning you don't really fit in. You've never fit in with anything. Like it's not because you're lame or you look weird, or it's just every time you try to do the group thing, there's some weird shit that happens. There's some weird shit. People start wanting to be in competition. People start getting jealous. People start feeling like, you trying to do this and do that. There's always some weird shit that goes on, and you end up being either crossed by people or people end up not liking you. This is because you didn't come here to fit in, Chosen. You didn't come into this reality to fit in. You came into this reality to be different, to shake this shit up. This is why you've always went against the grain. This is why you've always done shit differently. You came to rewrite the code. This is also why people who uh who don't even like you, they still copy you. A motherfucker could be like, yo, they don't like you and da 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 da, and then still do the same exact shit you do. Wear the same types of clothes, all of that, right? So you gotta understand, bro. This is why they do it. Another reason that you know you're a star seed, man, is that you carry influence. You've always been somebody to influence the people around you. Some of you have even influenced y'all parents. How else do you know you're a star seed? You don't resonate with being a human being. You knew you wasn't a human way before you ever heard me say you're not a human. You've always felt like, man, there's no way. Like, why are human beings? You just never understood humans and the shit that they do. You probably somebody who's always looked at your hands and looked in the mirror and it's like, yo, what the fuck is this? I can't believe I'm a human being right now. As a star seed chosen one, you've always known this shit was a simulation. Some of you have been saying life's a simulation since you was in fucking middle school. Thank you, Lupe. You've always known how this reality worked. You always knew reality collapse to your observation. For example, you might look for the remote. Look under the chair, the shit ain't there. You look all around and you look under the chair again, and then the remote's sitting there, and you like, man, that shit wasn't there. That shit just popped up. You understood how this reality operated before you even knew anything about quantum physics. You just knew. You knew shit popped up. This is why you ain't never fall into the church loop. You ain't never fall into that 9 to 5 shit. You ain't never really been hooked on none of that shit. School, you won't worry about school like that. None of that shit. You don't really worry about none of that shit for real. And if you were, it's probably why you didn't finish school. It's probably why school, you if you did try to go to college, you know what I'm saying, you never complete the shit because you're a star seed. That shit just ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for you to really fit into society. You tried it, it just don't work. The main way that you'll know if you're a star seed or not is that you've been in spiritual warfare your whole fucking life. What does spiritual warfare look like for the star seed? Growing up in a dysfunctional family, a family that is riddled with problems, problems like people going to jail, drug use, abuse, neglect, growing up in that type of shit. Thank you so much for that super chat, brother. I appreciate you. My brother said facts. He feeling that shit. Sir Bezente, thank you. How else you know you're a star seed? Somebody said our pets are guides. Pets can be guides or companions. It depends. Purposely led down paths that were meant to destroy you. This is another form of spiritual warfare. See, you gotta understand, your enemies ain't human because you ain't a human. You just incarnated as a human because in order for us to fight in this war, we need to be able to access the conscious realm. That's where the archon's at. And the only way to access this realm is to incarnate as a human. This is why your brain is the weapon, man. This is why they've been trying to defuse that motherfucker. When they try to take your imagination from you, they was diffusing your weapon. When they try to tell you, don't believe, but like this ain't real, da 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 da, be realistic, they're trying to defuse you. They don't want you to understand that your brain creates reality. Every time when you believe in something, it becomes real. If you focus on negativity, it manifests in your life. If you focus on positivity, it manifests in your life. They ain't want you to know that. But the reason you incarnated as a human being is to access this conscious field. This is where the battle is taking place. This is why every time it's time for you to get something done, what happens? Intrusive thought. Thoughts of procrastination. Nah, don't do this today. Just do it tomorrow. You don't look right today. You don't feel like doing it. That's not even you. That's the archons attacking your ass. What is another form of spiritual warfare that the star seed uh that happens to the star seed? Being purposely led down paths that were meant to destroy you. A lot of y'all had influences that walked into your life that were meant to fucking destroy you. The gang, the sex, the drugs, the racial groups. All of that stuff was meant to destroy you. All of the things that you were guided into doing, it was meant to destroy you. Now look at you. As a star seed, no matter how much drugs you did, that shit you can always quit. This how you gotta know you're different. You done did all the drugs, all the hard drugs, all types of shit. and then just stop whenever. Like, man, you know what? I'm done with this shit. Walk away from it. You a star seed. Chosen one, shout out to the star seeds, man. The mission was to be born. You was born, and the frequency lifted in the planet. And because the frequency has lifted, sleeping giants can see that it's a simulation, and everybody is remembering that we are in the matrix. Everybody is remembering that I am not just a human being, I am much more. Somebody said withdrawal is the matrix. Facts. All this shit is. This shit really mind over matter, man. The third type of soul, the reminder, right? Shout out to the reminders. These are souls who came back with the ability to tap in with the outer worlds, the Akashic record. These are the people who come back with these downloads, your favorite creators, people like me, and tell you what's going on. Some of y'all in here are reminders. You want to know why you fucked up? If you ain't got no money, it's because you ain't doing your job. You getting these downloads and you're not telling nobody. Get your ass on the internet and do what the fuck you came here to do. Stop bullshitting. And I ain't gonna say it again. You're bullshitting. And you know who I'm talking to. You know, you can feel it right now. If I'm talking to you, you feel it in your fucking chest. Yeah, you don't want to get on the internet, da da da. You don't want people. Shut the fuck up. This shit is fake. Do your job. Do what you came here to do. That's why you struggling right now. That's why you out here trying to work jobs and all that bullshit, and it ain't going right. Cause you supposed to be tapped in. I know people right now who got spiritual gifts out the ass and won't use it, and their life is in motherfucking shambles. Motherfucking psychics and won't do a reading for nobody. Life in shambles. Got all the spiritual gifts in the world and is not giving it to the collective. Life in shambles. Get your ass up and do what you came here to do. This is a war. We need you. We need you. This is a war, bro. We need everybody doing their part on the front lines. Hell of y'all done been told, yo, do this. The thoughts come in your head. Drop them videos. You need to get on the internet. Something been telling you, man, you got to start talking. You got to start yo, what are you doing? Why are you not giving us the downloads that only you can get? Before I started doing this, my life was in shambles. I was running away from my purpose. I was supposed to been on the internet doing this shit. But I ain't want to. I ain't want to be that guy. I mean, I don't want fuck that shit. I ain't doing that shit. Life in motherfucking shambles. Going back and forth to jail, stupid ass jobs, all types of dumb shit. But as soon as I started picking up that phone and giving the world what was coming to me, it quickly started to change around. You're running from your purpose. You're not going to get nowhere like that. Get your ass up here and do what you came here to do today. Start today. Start today. Shout out to the reminders that is putting in that work though, man. I know you being taken care of with your spiritual gifts. If you a reminder and you came here to wake up people, to remind people of who they are, and you doing that, I know it's sustaining your life. But if you're not, and you're getting these downloads. See, some of y'all in the chat, y'all know everything I'm saying is true because you already done, it already came to you. You already knew you chose to be. You already knew you was a star seed. You already knew there was souls trapped in this matrix. You already knew a lot of this shit that I'm even talking about, but you ain't saying shit. Real shit. That's how y'all can sit here and be like, man, this nigga's tapped in. You know it is truth because you resonate with it because you already knew it. Do your part, man. I'm just saying, you will be rewarded. This is spiritual warfare. Yeah, I get it. When you put yourself out there, it does come with shit. It does come with shit, but not just bad things. You are divinely protected. You are heavily gifted. You were sent here with a purpose. Stop running from that purpose. That's why your life is in shambles, chosen one. And you know it. You know what you're supposed to be doing. And it ain't about no money. It ain't about the money. It don't matter if you get on this internet and you drop your proof, you drop your piece, and there ain't nothing but 10 people hearing that shit. Them 10 people was sent to hear that. Do your part, bro. Yeah, we just visiting this shit. This ain't our home. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. The Sleeping Giants, y'all online. I hope you resonate with that. The star seeds and the reminders. Shout out to everybody in the collective. What a beautiful time to be alive in this matrix. What a beautiful time to be alive. See, this reality, man, it's kind of tricky, right? Let's talk about this for a second. It's kind of tricky, man. And later on today, chat, when you come into this, when you come back and see me, right? Because I will be doing my last live of the week. No, I'm gonna go live tomorrow, right? But it's gonna be more on some like just kicking it with y'all type shit. But we are later on today around like 3 or 4. Make sure you guys join back up because we're gonna be talking about how to navigate through this reality and create experience as consciousness, right? You have the ability to create the harmonious experience that you want, and it works every time. It's like a glitch in this reality, right? And we're gonna discuss how to do that by understanding that you are the consciousness. That'll be around like 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock Eastern time. Now, let's talk about this, chat, right? You need to understand that you have full authority in this reality and that these entities need your permission to fuck with you. These dark entities, these negative entities, they need your permission to fuck with you. What did the Christ tell you, chat? The Christ told you, right? The Christ said that the kingdom was within. He didn't say the kingdom was in the UK. He didn't say it was in the White House. Now, why do we talk about the Christ in here? Because the Christ was a star seed, just like you. The Christ had came back into this reality with a mission. But the only difference now is that it's a lot of us. It's a lot of Christ. We're all like we're all basically the Christ, and we've all come back. They don't want you to know that. They want you to think that there's one chosen one. It's not one, bro. It's many. It's many. It's a lot, right? They wanna give this illusion of it just one. It's one special being. Nah, man. Ain't ain't no nigga more special than the next. You gotta understand that. There are many chosen ones. We are operating in the Christ consciousness, brothers and sisters. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're anything in between. If you are understanding this lingo, no matter what age you are operating in Christ consciousness. They don't want you to know that. Because once you understand that, you unlock the kingdom. Now, that let's talk about this. They want you to believe that you're a human being because once you believe that you're a human being, they can siphon you, they can get you. But I promise you, chosen one, this is your reality. This reality was created for souls. Any other entity in this reality needs to go through you to make it anything. This is why they use the television to tell us these narratives, because our belief as souls create reality. Let's talk about this. The observer effect. Guys, if we look at this, what does this state, right? What is the observer effect? Now, this is quantum physics. This literally tells you that you control this reality. All right. Now, the first thing you got to understand about this reality that you're in is that you are indeed the one generating your reality. Science backs that up. This has been proven with a famous experiment called the double slit. And the double slit experiment was first done in 1953. They've known this for a long, long time. All right. The observer effect, the magic of your attention. Yo, listen, your focus and intention is literally a weapon. All right. You know how you can feel the wind, but you can't see it? That's how your intention and focus are. When you focus on things, there are forces. When you use intention, you are putting out a force that makes shit go a certain type of way. Now let's look. The magic of attention. Guys, what is your attention is the currency in this reality. And you have to understand that. When you watch shit, guess what happens? People get paid. When you listen to shit, guess what happens? People get paid. Your attention is currency. That's why they say pay attention. What do YouTube pay for? YouTube pay me for views. Facebook pays me for views. TikTok pays me for how many views I get. What is a view? That is you paying attention to my fucking video. Why do you think entertainers make so much fucking money? Streamers make so much fucking money. NBA, MLB, NFL make so much. They make more money than the fucking president. Why do you think? Because they fill stadiums. They sell tickets. What is a ticket? You going to see them. What is you going to see them? You paying attention. Guys, you have to understand your attention is currency. Stop paying attention to shit that is not fulfilling or paying you. Everything is an energy exchange. Everything is an energy exchange. Guess what? When you pay attention to me, you're getting awareness, knowledge, empowerment, understanding, and remembrance. That is a good goddamn exchange for your attention. Some of the things that you watch give you fear, they give you insecurity, anger. Stop paying attention to that type of stuff. Everything is an energy exchange. Your attention is currency. Think about that. I get paid off your views. Think about that. Attention is the currency in this reality. You can change the world. We could change the world by just stop paying attention to shit. If we stop paying attention to what the fuck they doing in the White House, the life will be way better. Ever since I stopped giving a fuck about what Trump got going on and the White House and shit, my life has been so much better. All that fear mongering and all that bullshit, I don't even think about it. We control this shit with our attention, bro. This how powerful we are. We can control the narrative just by saying, "Yo, we not watching certain shit no more." Think about that. See, you ain't realized that you want to know why everybody getting all these riches and money? Because you paying attention to them. If you don't pay attention to certain people, they don't get rich. If you don't pay attention to certain shit, it doesn't generate any money. If we just said, yo, we're not watching the NBA finals no more. We're not watching, you want to know why certain teams be in the finals? Because that shit generates motherfucking views. That's why New York won. It ain't because they good. New York won because that shit generated hella fucking views. It's all about attention, bruh. We can literally control everything just by paying attention to nothing. If you start paying attention to your life, guess what's going to happen? If your attention is currency, if you start paying attention to simply your life and things around you, that shit going to build up. Life hack. Take your attention back and put it into yourself. Life hack. Take your attention back and put it into your own self. Put it into your kid. Put it into your husband. Put it into your wife. Shit go up. Now, the observer effect, guys, you are generating your reality. Let's look at it. Before observation, waves spread out over space and time. What does that mean? How do you observe in this reality? You can see, you can taste, you can hear, you can smell, and you can feel. These are ways that we observe the physical reality. So, before observation, wave spread out over space and time. What is a wave? This is particles. All right, this is matter in particle state. Electrons, neutrons, protons, sophrons, molecules and atoms. This is matter in particle state. It's a wave form. Anything before you see it in physical, it is going in a wave form. All right. Before observation, wave spread out over space and time. Guys, imagine if these earrings started to spread out over space and time, right? What would happen? The shit would just disappear. It would no longer be in existence, right? So before observation, reality don't exist. Your mind changes reality. At the time of observation, particle localized space-time event. At the time you observe, reality localizes, comes together, space-time event collapses. Reality is popping up as you go. Chosen one, you have to understand that. This is why once you tap in with the consciousness and understand that you are not the body, you are the consciousness, you unlock the kingdom that Christ was talking about. You become the king or queen of your reality. And whatever you say goes. This is how your reality starts to go. A lot of y'all have unlocked the kingdom that the Christ was talking about because you realize you are not this human body, but you are the consciousness that is tapped in with it. Somebody said most of the comments are still sleeping. Don't worry about the comments. I promise you, most of the comments ain't real people. It's an illusion. They want to control shit. Realize that. Right? Telling you. You don't even pay attention to these motherfuckers. You just get what you came here to get. What happens when you tap in with source code authority, chat? Let's talk about it. Now, when you realize that you are the consciousness, you tap in with source code authority and life starts to operate differently. Let's talk about it. Listen to this shot. Pay attention.
Good one, Jay. Let's break that all the way down for the chat because this is major when you really get it. Activating your authority under the source code. When you activate your authority under the source code, you stop being just a character in the game. You become a co-creator of the game engine itself. Here's what starts happening step by step. Number one, Reality stops being random. Default players think stuff just happens. When you step into source code authority, you start seeing the pattern before it plays out. It feels like predicting life, but really you're just consciously shaping it. Two, your energy becomes command. You stop asking life to treat you right, you tell it how to move. Example, instead of thinking, I hope I find the right opportunity, you say, opportunities that match my frequency are finding me now. And you'll literally start bumping into them faster. Jobs, money, people, synchronicities. Time bends. You start noticing that manifestations come quicker. Things that used to take months now take days because your authority collapses potential timelines into the one you choose on demand. Four, NPCs start reacting differently. Some will suddenly resist you harder, the system trying to push back. Will start cooperating with you for no reason, as if they got new code. You'll notice strangers being nicer, more helpful, and giving you what you need without you asking much. Five,
Somebody said, so karma is not real. Where did you get that from? Where did we say anything about karma not being real? I don't even understand how that shit popped into your mind.
synchronicity becomes the default. Angel numbers, repeated symbols, perfect
Think
timing.
about karma.
They stop being rare and start being the language reality speaks back to you. It's confirmation that your source code is live. Six, old programs fall apart. Things that aren't aligned literally stop working. Jobs, relationships, habits. This can feel chaotic at first, but it's just the system clearing corrupted code so your new script can run. You move from survival sovereignty. You no longer feel like you're chasing money, love, validation. You move into a state where those things chase you because you've set the frequency that they must follow. Key takeaway for the chat.
All right, let's talk about it, chat. All right. A lot of y'all have unlocked the kingdom, and this is the way that you can know if you've unlocked that type of shit, right? First off, reality stop being random. You are no longer just walking around feeling like this is random shit. You're starting to feel like you have some type of control over your life. You're starting to feel like you know how to manipulate life a little bit to make things happen that you want to happen. All right. Now you good, Big T. Karma is very real, bro. All right, karma is a force that is very real, right? So, how many of y'all are out here really starting to understand that you can control shit that happens in your life? How many of y'all are starting to understand that everything that's going on is being attracted by you, by your brain, by how you think, by your actions? It's all being attracted. And we're going to talk about that later on today. How life operates. All right. We're going to talk about how life as technology, how it operates so you can learn how to control life. Because life is literally tech. And when you understand how it operates, you can control it. You can program it. Right? And that's what we're going to be talking about later on. Make sure y'all come back at 4. We're going to break that down. Um So yeah, you tapped in and you're starting to realize there is nothing random going on in your life. You know, everybody that's in your life, they're in your life for a reason, whether that's a lesson or a blessing. You start understanding, you start being able to see, like, yo, me and my shorty we was having a talk last night, and we was just like, yo, it's crazy how, right, like you go through life and then a whole time, like you meet somebody and that's your person, right? Like, it's not random. All right, you gotta understand that. Yes, 4 o'clock Eastern. I do one-on-ones. My one-on-ones are only $50 for a WhatsApp FaceTime. If you want to get a one-on-one with me and tap in on FaceTime on WhatsApp, just DM me. All right, it's a 20-minute FaceTime on WhatsApp. I do one-on-ones. I do a lot of them. Um, but you gotta book it, man, because I be booked up. Like I'm booked up today on one-on-ones. I can't do it today. But just tap in. I can check the schedule. All right. But yeah, if you want to get in, if you want to get a one-on-one with me on FaceTime, WhatsApp, all you gotta do is DM me. All right, you can DM me on Instagram, you can DM me on Facebook, or you can DM me here on TikTok. All right. And guys, TikTok people, those other accounts that jump into your account, they are not me. There are gonna be hella accounts following you, trying to do readings and shit. That's not, I have nothing to do with that. All right. But if you want to tap in with me on a one-on-one call, get in my DMs. This page, my Instagram, or my Facebook. All right. That's how I go. So You're starting to see life is not random, right? Somebody said karma is only if you believe it exists. No, karma exists. You don't gotta believe it, but I guarantee you, you go out here and you do the right shit, it's gonna hit you in your ass, man. For sure. This is why when you live by the gun, you die by the gun. It's literally, see, they want you to think certain shit so you can pick lifestyles, but like, if you go out here and choose to be a gangster, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna end up in jail or dead. That's what comes with that lifestyle. That is the karma of that choice, of that lifestyle. Understand, bro? Certain shit come with certain shit in this life. You can't do certain shit and expect shit not to happen to your ass. That's how this shit works. Karma is a real force, just like gravity, just like time. That shit is here. I promise you. My Instagram is J Originator. You can think it don't exist. That shit exists, gang. I promise you. Do go out here and do the right shit and guarantee your life be cursed. Go out here and hurt an innocent child. It's you may listen, life gives you this illusion of people doing shit and nothing happening to them, right? You see all these people that you think getting away with shit. I promise you, ain't nobody out here getting away with nothing. I promise you. There ain't a motherfucker out here that's getting away with anything. They might, they might not get it. They might go 20 years, 30 years. But everything that you do pay for. You do get that shit back. Do not believe that karma ain't real, bro. I promise you. All of us done paid karma. All of us done been in karmic situation. Right? Yeah, karma is a real thing for sure. So the first thing that happens when you tap into kingdom, life stops feeling random. You start seeing the purpose in everything. The second thing, your energy becomes the command. When you unlock kingdom, your energy becomes the command. Guys, before I unlocked kingdom, I used to get denied for everything. Cars, houses, whatever. It was all I couldn't do nothing. I had to figure this shit out. But now everything goes my way. Right? Somebody said if karma's real, why does evil run the world? Evil doesn't run the world. That's your perspective, right? Evil runs a part of the world, but there's good and evil. If I perceive the world as just an evil place, my life is gonna fucking suck. I don't look at the world as just evil, right? And then you gotta understand this too. Evil is you see the state of chaos that the world is in. That evil shit is breaking down, bro. All of that shit crumbling. All of that shit is crumbling, right? All of that shit is crumbling, bro. See, I need you to understand this, right? And you want to know why some of y'all gonna always be fucked up in life? You want to know why your life suck? Because your perception is negative as fuck, and that's what they want. See, you don't understand that your reticular activating system is literally putting shit in your life based on your perception and your belief. When you believe in shit like evil runs the world, you're gonna see that. I promise you, that's all you're gonna see. And that's why your life fucked up. You wanna know why it's hard for you out here? Because you feel like it's life's a struggle. You wanna know why you can't get no money for real? Because you feel like it's hard to make money. You feel like it's money is scarce. I know a motherfucker right now who feel like $500 is a lot of fucking money and will kill you over that shit. Right? Somebody said good don't run the world. Honestly, bro, nothing runs the world. It's literally a balance. They just show you the negativity. They just show you the evil. But if you don't watch that shit, you don't even know it don't exist. You want to know why evil runs the world to you? Because you're tuned in to the channels that evil controls. You're tuned in to the fucking news. All that fake ass bullshit. You're tuned in to all the negativity. That's why you feel like evil runs the world. I don't watch that type of shit. I'm not tuned into that shit because I know evil doesn't run the fucking world. Because if evil really ran the world, we wouldn't be able to do shit. I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be able to do it. There'd be no way that I could do it, period. If evil really ran the world, there would be no good at all in this motherfucker. You gotta understand that, bro. You're tuned in to the evil. You're tuned into it. So, like, when you understand that perception is a real thing, it really is, bro. Understand that. If evil ran the world, there would be no good in the world, period. Evil don't fuck with good. Y'all don't realize it's a balance, bro. If you tune in, if all you see is evil, that's all y'all niggas listen to is bullshit ass rap music. All y'all niggas watch is motherfucking hip hop culture, niggas against niggas. All you niggas see is war on the news. That's all the fuck you feed in your mind. That's what you're choosing. So of course, it's gonna give you the illusion of evil running the world. But that's not everybody's truth. That's not everybody's truth, gang. So I don't feel like evil run the world because I understand if evil ran the world, I wouldn't be doing what the fuck I'm doing. I get paid to do this. There ain't no motherfucking way evil running the world and YouTube dropping good ass checks in my account every month to be positive. You see what I'm saying? Stop believing in everything that you fucking see. Believe what you want, what you see when you go outside. When I step outside in my door, when I step outside, the first thing I see outside ain't fucking evil. When I step outside into the world, I hear birds chirping. That ain't the first thing I see. If the world was ran by evil, soon as I walk outside, I'm gonna see evil shit. I promise you, bro. That's a choice. The world is not ran by evil. This shit is duality, bro. Because if the world was ran by evil, your ass would be locked in a cage somewhere, not being able to do anything that you want to do. Evil doesn't run the world, it's running you. Exactly. That's what you feed in your brain, bro. You feeding that. You don't get it because in your mind, this is such a definite thing. But I promise you, bro, there are places in the world that are straight good. You can't, some of y'all, man, don't realize that you've been feeding your mind so much fear shit that you are literally programmed. Some of y'all don't understand that about life. You have been so tapped in with the narrative that the archons or these low vibrational entities are pushing you that you really but in the grand scheme of things, bro, like some of y'all niggas, right? Y'all so tapped in with rap music. Rap is big in your mind. But in the grand scheme of things, trap, hip hop, drill music is small as fuck. There are billions of people that don't even know that shit exists. But in your mind, rap is big because you see niggas making millions. So that shit is big to you. It's not really as big as you think, bro. I promise you. Another thing that happens when you unlock sovereignty, time starts to bend. Time starts to bend. Manifestations start to happen quickly. Yo, listen, yo, bro, to anybody out there who is believing that the world is predominantly evil, that evil runs this world, I dare you to start seeking other things other than what you've been seeking. I dare you that when you see something negative pop up, turn that shit off. I dare you to just try it. Stop watching the news. Stop watching all of these bullshit that they're putting in front of you. I dare you. Just focus on your life. I promise you, you'll see the world totally different. I used to be like that. Thank you so much for that galaxy. I used to be like that. But when I opened my mind, I realized I chose that. I chose that side. You don't got to choose to believe in the shit that they putting in front of you. You don't got to choose to believe everything that they put in front of you is real. You don't got to choose to watch that. Seek something different. Seek positivity. Seek the goodness, and it'll start coming to you. And after a while, it'll be hard for that low vibrational shit to even find you. A lot of y'all are starting to notice that your manifestations are coming in very fast. Thank you, love. NPCs, this is another thing that happens when you unlock kingdom. NPCs start acting differently. A lot of y'all got people in y'all life who switching up right now. Either they rocking with you or they just falling off, right? NPCs start to act a lot of different, right? Another thing that's happening, old programs fall apart. Some of y'all just woke up one day and say, you know what? I ain't using drugs no more, and just quit cold turkey. And you haven't used since you made that decision. Some of y'all relationships just ended out of nowhere. You thought things were going good, and all of a sudden, the relationship just went left. This is because when you come to when you open up and you unlock the kingdom that the Christ was talking about, by understanding that you are not the body but the consciousness, reality starts to operate different. And the things that were not aligned, the things that are not aligned for you are no longer able to go on. So if you're going through a breakup, if you losing something, if it feels like, you know, people are walking out of your life, let them. The more you try to hold on, the more you're going to take for your life to reassemble. Let them walk away. That just means they're not aligned with where you're headed to. I'm going to be honest with you, right? I ain't really trying to tap in with nobody. I ain't really trying to have nobody in my life that don't understand we in the fucking matrix. If I talk about this simulation to you and you look at me like I'm fucking crazy, if I'm trying to tell you, I understand like, yo, you're not my type of person. I need people around me who see this shit. Ain't no way in hell I'm breaking free from the matrix, but I'm married to a motherfucker who believe in this reality. That don't make sense. You gotta understand, you can't do this halfway. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get pulled out this matrix, everything around you gotta be like that. My shorty, she can see this shit just like me. I put her on game, yo. Da, da, da. Yeah, I see it. She understanding this shit. I need people around me like that. I can't. I can't be laid up with a joint and I'm like, yo, you see the patterns? What are you talking about? That shit ain't gonna work. You're gonna be constantly fighting against the enemy. You're gonna be constantly fighting against the enemy. They're gonna be you. That person's gonna be constantly used against you. I ain't saying leave your person, but what I'm saying is, if y'all can't have a conversation and they can't get on this shit, they don't understand this type of shit. You're dealing with an NPC, and that is gonna hinder you. Somebody said I lost my job. I I promise you, that job, that you ain't lose nothing. Where you're headed at, that job was gonna hold you back from getting where you need to go. There's gonna be something way better for you. Old programs fall apart when you unlock that kingdom. A lot of things may be falling apart in your life right now because you have unlocked relationships, jobs, careers. You might be switching up everything right now in your life. That is a good sign. Another thing that happens when you tap in, man, you move from survival to sovereignty. See, right now, right? Motherfucker can't come offer me anything, $1 million to do anything. There's some shit I'm just not gonna do for money because I'm not operating off survival frequency no more. I understand what's going on, right? When you tap in, you go from that survival frequency of trying to chase everything to sovereignty, to learning how to attract. I don't need a motherfucker nigga. I don't need a label or anybody to come give me a million. I know how to make that shit myself. I understand how to attract energy. Somebody said not even for 3 billion. What the hell I need $1 billion for? I don't need no goddamn $1 billion, man. What I'm about the earth? I don't need all that goddamn money. I can't take that shit with me. That shit vanity. Getting all that type of money. What I need that shit for? I don't need $1 billion. Honestly, I don't. If I make $1 billion by living in my purpose, that's cool. But I know I'm not gonna want for shit living in my purpose. I ain't gonna want for nothing. Living in my purpose. Listen, I already live like I'm a billionaire. I don't work. My bills paid. I ain't struggling for shit. Anything I want, I get. I'm technically a billionaire. I just honestly, honestly, because I'm living like a billionaire. Maybe I can't jump and hop on a private jet and fly to Dubai like anytime I want. But shit, man, I'm living like I got billions of dollars. I don't do nothing. This is what I do every day. Man, you gotta understand this, bruh. Wealth is inside of you, man. Y'all think these people with all these billions of dollars, these motherfuckers ain't happy. They going through a lot of shit. You just don't see it. But I'm rich for real, bruh. I'm well taken care of. Mentally, physically, and financially. And when you tap in with the kingdom, you go from survival to sovereignty. A lot of y'all got it, man. Yo, chat, man, I need you to understand how powerful you are. I need you to understand that you are the king and queen of your reality. And this is why they've been trying to trap you off. This is why you've been going through the things you've been going through, but you have overcome. And this is why your life is going right. 111 is in the chat. If you understand that you ain't that body, but the consciousness that operates that body. All right, chat. We've been on for a while, man. Let's go over these 10 rules to navigate this matrix. And then I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Make sure y'all come back and holler at me later on at 4. Let's tap in, listen to these 10 rules, and I'm about to go over them, chat. These are 10 rules that will help you navigate through this reality as consciousness. Let's go with it.
All right, Jay, let's break it down clearly for the chat, the way you would for chosen ones. Here's a full overview of the 10 rules of the Matrix from the perspective of the soul inhabiting the body. Well, one, everything is the Matrix. Every thought, action, and experience is part of a coded system. Understanding this is the first layer of awareness. Nothing is random. Two, energy is currency. Your attention, focus, emotions, and actions are all energy. The matrix pulls from your energy, so protect it like your most valuable resource. Three, observe, don't react. The soul must watch the simulation without fully reacting to every loop or trigger. This is how you gain control over your reality. Four, frequency dictates reality. Everything has a vibration: love, fear, abundance, scarcity. Align your energy frequency to what you want to manifest. The matrix responds to resonance. Five, see through the layers. The matrix is multi layered. Learn to decode illusions, hidden codes, and agendas. Nothing is as it seems. Always look beyond the surface. Master the observer effect. Your awareness changes outcomes. The more conscious you are of your environment, timelines, and players, the more you can influence reality. Recognize NPCs, hijacked, and control players. NPCs, unaware players, stuck in loops. Hijacked players, partially aware but influenced by outside forces. Control players, fully aware and capable of navigating and manipulating the matrix. Know who you're interacting with. It affects your energy. 8, protect your energy. Avoid energy drains, manipulative influences, and low frequency distractions. This includes substances, toxic people, or societal traps. 9, timing is everything. Portals, loops, and cosmic alignments exist. Knowing when to act, shift, or manifest is crucial for maximum effect. Codes and frequencies are tools. The matrix operates in numbers, symbols, and vibration. Learn to speak the universal language. It's the key to manifesting, controlling, and thriving.
All right, let's go over these. Number 1, everything is the matrix, chat. You gotta understand you're living in a simulation. Stop looking at shit as random. This is how you gotta start looking at things. When things happen, it's time to observe. This is your day is gonna happen. And as the day is going through, you need to be present and observing what's happening in your day. There's nothing happen that's random. Everything happens for a reason in life. They've been telling you that the whole time. Everything happens for a reason. All right. This is the first layer of awareness. People in your life, they're not random. You're not randomly meeting anybody. So when you go out and you meet someone, you got to understand they have a purpose in your life. Go ahead and start figuring out, is this a personal lesson or a blessing? There's no such thing as coincidence. Facts. Number 2, energy is the currency. We just went over this. Your energy is currency. You got to protect your energy. All right. Energy depends on how much money you get. All of that. It's all connected. Your money, your everything, opportunities, your career, it's all connected to your energy. If you allow people to drain your energy when it's time for you to manifest and bring things into this reality, you won't be able to do it. Some of you have already started to figure that out. Some of y'all have already started to figure out, damn, I got to protect my energy because if I don't, I'm losing money. Somebody said, how do you protect your energy? Avoid motherfuckers, right? You got people around you that make you feel some type of way, stay away from them. If I got a girl and I got to argue with this girl every day, I don't want her. Shit like that. People that come around you who do things who you really don't rock with, yo, in life, you should never be around nobody that you don't like. This is your life. Why the fuck are you dealing with people that you don't fucking like? Think about that. Think about that. Why are you interacting and maneuvering around people that you don't fuck with? Even family members. I'm not doing it. There ain't nobody that got access to my life who I can't stand. If I can't stand you, I don't fuck with you. Point blank, period. I learned that. My life has been so good, so peaceful. ever since I stopped just allowing anybody in my fucking life, especially motherfuckers I don't like. Like if I can't rock with your vibe, you just can't be a part of my life. I don't give a fuck. We got kids. I don't give a fuck if you my cousin, my brother, my sister. If you weird to me, if I don't fuck with that, if I don't fuck with your vibe, if I feel like you don't fuck with me, I just don't have you around me, and I don't deal with you. Point blank. Period. All I care about in my life is living the best life I can possibly live. Cause one day I'm gonna be dead, and everybody else gonna keep going with their life. I've already seen it. I've already seen how I be going through shit by myself. There ain't be nobody there for me. I was almost dead by my motherfucking self. When people were trying to kill me, I couldn't call nobody to help me. It was just me. So at the end of the day, why am I dealing with people who don't bring nothing good into my life? Why am I trying to fix things with people who are only burdens to my life? I'm not doing that. If we don't rock, fuck you. I don't care who you was in the past. I don't care who you think you is now. I don't give a fuck. If you don't rock with me, I don't need you in my life. Period. That's how you protect your energy, Chosen. Anybody that gives you a weird vibe, anybody that makes the vibe off, it doesn't matter if they're your mom, it doesn't matter if they're your brother. Fuck them. If you cut everything, all the bullshit out your life will start to be peaceful. Life wants to see, can you do that? Life is going to make the most people close to you the hardest relationships. Because life wants to see, can you walk away from a motherfucker just because that's your mama? Are you going to continue to let her drain your energy? Or are you going to say, Mom, I love you, but I can't talk to your ass no more until you get your mind right? Ma, I love you, but I can't deal with you no more, mama, because you're hurting me. That's it. You want to protect your energy? Control who's in your life. People who fuck your energy over, get rid of them. Avoid them. Like right now, right? I done been to jail before, right? And a nigga ain't never did shit for me while I was in jail. Everybody that's in jail who end up in jail keep calling my phone like I owe them something. I don't even answer that shit no more. Cause I don't owe a nigga shit, bro. And I understand that my money is energy. And I'm not about to be placing energy anywhere so life can feel like, yo, you not serious about this shit. Slow that shit up. Right? Doesn't matter who it is. You could be my brother. You could be my kid. If you out here wilding and fucking my energy over and doing crazy shit, I'm falling back from you. Life is not permanent. Stop being attached to these life relationships. Gotta choose you. Number three, observe, don't react. Guys, this goes back to energy is the currency. Yo, listen, there are people out here who are only in your life to get reactions out of you. That's their whole purpose for being in your life. They don't know it. You got to discern that. There are a lot of motherfuckers in your life who only here to drain you and get a reaction out of you. That's why you want to know how when you know somebody's in your life to get a reaction, when they purposely do the shit that you asked them not to do. Yo, I told you how this made me feel, and then you continue to do the shit. I asked you not to do that, and you went right back and did it an hour later. Yo, listen, the name of this game is energy harvesting, energy siphoning, energy conservation, energy manipulation, and energy protection. The conscious being who understands how to do all five of those things with energy is going to be a winner in life. You have to understand every time you react to something, whether that's arguing, whether that's getting mad, whether that's running out the house, hopping in your car, driving off, your energy is being siphoned. Stop allowing your energy to be siphoned because you got to start looking at your energy as money. If you start seeing your energy like money, then you stop playing with it. Y'all don't play with no money. Some of y'all don't play with no money. Start looking at your energy as money. You got to understand, every time somebody siphon your energy, you're losing money. When it comes time for you to manifest, you're not going to be able to do it because you just lost your energy. You need energy to manifest things into the physical realm. I look at my energy as fucking money. I don't play with it. I'm not about to sit on the phone and argue with you all day. I'm not about to keep putting in all this damn effort. I'm not about to be running up and down this road to prove something to you. My energy is money. And when you don't react to people, all the energy that they put into getting a reaction out of you becomes yours. And then this is how you start to siphon energy without even trying. Don't react. That's how you siphon. As you notice, the more you don't react, the more they call. The more I don't answer the phone, the more niggas blow me up trying to make me answer it. I'm siphoning their energy without even trying. They trying to siphon mine because they calling me about to ask for shit. Money is energy. How do you know money's energy? Because you got to put out energy to make money. So money is your energy manifested in the physical. Every time you giving somebody shit without getting nothing in return, they're siphoning you. Niggas calling me to get money. So I see, oh, I know what niggas is asking me for. Niggas want money. Niggas ain't calling to check in. Niggas ain't calling. Niggas need money. They fucked up. I'm not answering the phone because you're trying to siphon me. Now, when I don't answer and you continue to blow my shit, I'm siphoning you. You see what I'm saying? You get it now. Observe, but don't react. If you don't react, you're gonna win. The only people that should get reactions out of you are your kids, your wife, or your husband. That's it. Everything else outside of your house, no. You cannot get a reaction out of me. I don't answer the fucking phone for people because majority of people that call my phone are trying to siphon me. People rarely call me to see how I'm doing. People rarely call me to see what's going on, to give me something. Every time my phone rings, it's because a motherfucker need me to do something for them. Dead, dead. Shit is over with. In 2026, if you are not being serious about your energy, it is because you are not on this level of consciousness that we are on. If you ain't going through your life, your phone, and cutting shit out and saying, look, I'm not picking up for them people no more. They just siphon me. If a motherfucker is not giving you nothing, it's over. Meaning, if you are the only one in the relationship providing, giving, or shit like that, you are being drained. If you are the only one in the friend relationship that ever has anything to offer, you are being drained. We are not doing anything in these times without an energy exchange. Everything in my life requires an energy exchange. I do something for my baby. Give me a hug, little girl. Do something for my daughter. Come here, give me a goddamn hug in return. I need that hug. That hug is precious. That's an energy exchange. I bought my baby something, and guess what she gave me in return? A good hug that brightened up my whole spirit. Sometimes a hug from a child is enough energy to make it through a day. So you gotta understand how this shit works, bro. Everything in life is an energy exchange. If you don't start looking at it like that, you're not gonna win in this life, right? If you don't start looking at it like that, you're not gonna win in this life. Everything requires an energy exchange. New, keep it like that. Yeah, baby, I'm out here paying these bills, but I need you to clean up. I shouldn't have to come home and touch nothing. If I'm out here busting my ass 9 to 5, 12 hours a week, I shouldn't have to come home and do a goddamn thing. If that's the case, bitch, why are you here? And vice versa. Even ladies, if you out there working and getting that money and your man at home, why do you have to come home and do any motherfucking thing? Everything is an energy exchange. This is how it works. Somebody said, what if we both working? Shit, y'all doing the 50-50 thing. Hey, 50, hey, look, a lot of people, a lot of people talk shit about 50-50 relationships. Them bitches work. 50-50 relationships, them shits work. That's just how it's supposed to be. Listen, 50-50 don't necessarily gotta mean money, guys. Understand, if I'm working and I come home to a beautiful house, that's a 50-50 relationship. If I'm working and I come home to dinner being made, house being taken care of, that is a 50-50 relationship. See, this is what I don't understand, bro. People be like, I don't do 50-50 relationships. Da 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 da. Boom, 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 boom. I don't do 50-50. Bro, if you paying all the bills, sis, if you paying all the bills, but your house is taken care of, do you understand that is literally a 50-50 relationship? That person might not have money, but they're putting hella energy into keeping that house right. It is not easy to keep a house right, to make dinner. That shit is like running a restaurant. It is not easy to take care of a home. That shit is a job. Real shit. You gotta be dedicated. You gotta be. Don't never let nobody tell you that making sure the house is good ain't nothing. You gotta be dedicated to that shit. You got to be dedicated to taking care of the house, making dinner every day. That shit takes dedication. So at the end of the day, bro, if you got somebody right now, you out here making money or whatever, and you come home and your shit ain't straight, you ain't got no food, what are you doing? You with an archon, bro. They draining the shit out you. But every time they turn around for to get the nails and hair done, they like this. Or every time they want some new sneakers, they like this. Come on. You got to fight against them forces, man. All relationships are 50-50, bro. It doesn't matter about money. It don't matter. It doesn't matter that you make all the finances. You got to start seeing the energy and everything. Don't matter if you making all the finances. Anytime you goddamn want to lay up, your girl or your guy ready to lay up. Anytime you want some food, that shit is done. Anytime that house, you come home, that house clean, and you can just go and relax, bro. That's a 50-50 relationship, bro. That shit require energy. You just pulling in the money. Money ain't nothing but energy. Learn that, man. In 2026, we ain't doing nothing without equal energy exchange. Baby, you ain't got to go out here and get this money. But what I do expect is for all this shit to be straight around here. That's just an energy exchange. We shouldn't even, that should be, we shouldn't even have to argue about that. I ain't doing nothing out here without equal energy exchange. Period. I don't give a fuck who it is. Number 4, frequency dictates reality. Guys, it all starts up here. It all starts up here, man. It all starts in it up here in the brain, bro. Frequency dictates reality. Think about this. Life is really mind over matter. It really is. This shit is 95% mental, 5% physical. All you gotta do is look at the world when you go outside. Everything that you see, house, business, lights, streets, roads, equipment, everything that you see started off as a thought in somebody's head. This is how you know this life is mental first. Everything that you see started off in somebody's head, except for nature. But everything outside of nature was a thought in somebody's head, chosen one. It all starts up here. If you want to be rich, it starts up here. Guard your mind, guard your thoughts. This is why everything is trying to attack your thoughts. The music, everything's trying to attack your thoughts, man. You got to guard that. Stop taking in any type of music. All that music about killing and the only type of rap music I be listening to is music about niggas getting to that cash and having fun. That's why I like Gunna. I could listen to Gunna because he got a positive message. He talking about winning, overcoming shit. And the shit sound good. I like that type of shit. This is why I could listen to a nigga like Sauce Walker. He talking about making money, being a boss, being your own boss. I can't listen to that shit about killing and somebody trying to kill me. I'm on all these drugs and I don't want to hear that shit. Ace Hood too, facts. Nipsey, facts. Money Man, facts. Guard your thoughts, bro. Stop allowing anything in your mind. It all starts up here. Kanye too, yeah. It all starts up here. Number 5, see through the layers. Young Dolph, Drake. I listen to all them type of people. People that talk about winning, man. I don't want to hear nothing that make me want to go kill a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that dumbass shit. Lauren Hill for sure. Number 5, see through the layers. Yo, you gotta be able to see through this joint, man. You gotta be able to see who is for you and who is not. Stop listening to words. Be able to see through action. See the energy. See through the layers, chat. Number 6, master the observer effect. Yo, your awareness changes outcomes. You need to observe because observation brings awareness. The more you observe, the more aware you become. Awareness changes outcomes. If I was trying to do something to you and you're not aware of it, I can do it. But the moment you become aware of it, I can't do it no more. Master the observer effect. Number 7, NPCs. Be able to recognize NPCs. Now, we talked about this yesterday. If you missed it, you can go watch it on YouTube. We will be talking about this again tomorrow. All right. Number 8, protect your energy. Yo, we just talked about this. Energy is the currency. Protect your energy by avoiding people. All right. Avoiding shit, avoiding bullshit situations. Number 9, timing is everything. Zebulon, yeah. Yo, listen, a lot of y'all would have already been rich if you just followed through with good timing. Stop procrastinating. Things don't happen the same tomorrow as they will today. It's different timing. When you get ideas, go with it. My YouTube channel is J Originator. Just type in my name, J Originator. Number 10, codes and frequencies are tools. Guys, if you don't understand how to use numbers to manifest, you got to. Numbers are everything. How old are you? How tall are you? How much do you weigh? Where do you live? How do I get in contact with you? Longitude, latitude, width, live, height, it's all numbers. It's because this reality is ran by a coded structure. If you can tap in with the numbers, you can win. Yo, Facebook, I'm out of here. I love y'all, man. Yo, TikTok, before we leave, YouTube, before we leave, let me introduce y'all to my books, man. Yo, this is my viral book right here. It's called Decoding the Matrix. I've already made over $1 million selling my book independently. My book has changed a lot of people's lives, man. If you're serious about this matrix shit, if you want to break free, if you want to be able to manifest and create your reality, this is a tool that you need. All right. This book has hundreds and hundreds of codes in it, money codes, health codes, everything. It gives you access to the coded structure of reality. The best thing about this book is that it shows you 4 powerful methods into using these codes to manifest whatever reality you want. This book is only $50. Now, before you even purchase this book, I want to prove to you that it worked. So let's do it, right? Anybody who is in pain, drop a 1 in the chat. We're gonna activate this pain code and take your pain out your body right now. Proving to you that these codes are the real deal. If you got pain in your body, drop a 1 in the chat. Let's do it. Let's get rid of your pain right now. This book is a must-have for anybody who's breaking free from this matrix. All right, let's tap in, chat. So, if you're in pain right now, what I want you to do, I want you to close your eyes and focus on the pain. All right, close your eyes, focus on the pain. Now, I'm gonna count to 3. I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3. Universe, give us more power to manifest using this code, pain code. After I say that, we're gonna say these numbers together. All right, we're gonna say 23, 31, 443. We're gonna keep repeating that number for 1 minute until your pain leaves. All right. After your pain leaves, write no pain in the chat. Let's try it. Close your eyes, focus on the pain. Let's try it, chat. 1, 2, 3. Universe, give us more power to manifest using this code, pain code. Let's do it. 23, 31, 443. 23, 31, 443. I don't know. Everybody always thinks I'm from Chicago. 23, 31, 443. Say this code with me, chat. 23, 31, 443. 23, 31, 443. 23, 31, 443. You should be saying this code, chat. 23, 31, 443. 23, 31, 443. Yo, if this is taking your pain out your body, go ahead and write no pain in the chat. If this is taking the pain out your body, go ahead and write no pain in the chat. If you're still in pain, keep saying it, chat. As you can see, there's people writing no pain. We can't make this up. All right, 23, 31, 443. Yo, listen, somebody said it made me cry. Listen, chat, it's on you, man. You know, if you really want to break free from this shit, I guarantee this book is going to be what you need. And when you start using the codes, I guarantee you they're going to start working like that. Money codes, whatever. We got the cheat codes to this reality. And this is why they really hate me, all right? You need to get this book. This book is going to turn you all the way up. Now, when you purchase this book, not only are you going to get this one, right? Not only are you going to get that book, but when you spend that 50 and get that book, you're going to get all my books for free. All right, so you're going to receive this book right here as well. This is called Accessing the Akashic Records. All right. This book right here. A lot of people ask me, yo, Jay, how do you know the things that you know? I tap in with the Akashic Record. I've been doing it since I was like 12 years old. This book gives you my technique and my mantra of the things that I say to tap in with the Akash. This is a must have for anybody who's into meditation. All right. Not only are you going to receive this book, you're going to also receive this one. This is another viral book of mine. This book is called Unlocking Your Power with Nature. All right. This book right here is going to help you unlock your crystalline light structure. All right. If you are somebody who feels like you have spiritual gifts like telepathy, telekinesis, and all of that, etc., right? This book is for you. It's going to teach you how to moon gaze correctly. It's going to teach you how to sun gaze properly and safely. It's going to teach you how to ground and interact with the ocean to open up your chakras using nature. This is a must have for anybody who's have a spiritual gifts. All right. Not only are you going to receive that one, last but not least, you're going to receive this book right here. Now, this is called Three Love Spells That'll make them leave or bring them back. Now, this is for anybody who's been attacked by witches and warlocks. Um, I was somebody who was targeted and attacked by witches and warlocks that use love spells, dark magic, black magic on me. And so I wanted to make this book to help anybody. Now, how did I get access to these spells? My grandmother, who's full-blooded Cuban, uh, she's very heavy into Santeria. I found her spell book. She passed away and left it. I found it. This book right here is a must-have for anybody who's combating witches and warlocks. All I ask is that you use this stuff responsibly because it does work. Please do not use this on people who like don't use this on an ex that don't want to be with you. Use this on people, man, on people who are fucking with you, toxic relationships that you want to get out of, or if you feel like somebody's trying to do some magic on you, use this. All right, this book will help you. Now, guys, how do you get these books? These are ebooks, right? So when you order them, I send them to you right now. This is how you get it. You got to be $50 ready. You got to have an email. All right, these are ebooks. I send them to your email. Now, if you live outside of the United States, if you live in Canada, you can send the money through PayPal or Revolut. You send the money, you send a screenshot, give me the email. I send the book. You confirm that you got it. All right, you confirm that you got it. I don't leave the chat until everybody receives their books. If you in the United States, I got PayPal, Venmo, Chime, Revolut, Cash App, Apple Pay, and Zelle. You can purchase the book right now through those platforms. If you are $50 ready and you want to get these books right now, drop a one in the chat. Let's do it. Drop a one in the chat. Let's do it. AJ, DM me your payment method, bro. Send me the payment method that you want to use. Yo, AJ, you got to accept my follow request. JSU, DM me the payment method that you want to use. All right, DM me the payment methods. All right, yo, YouTube, I'm out of here. I'm gonna catch y'all later. I need my phone.